Happy Monday morning, everybody. Some motivational minutes with Michael Merritt. I'm going to spread some word with you today, some nuggets that are on my heart. This is what I do, guys. I care about you, and I want you to enrich your life and to continue to get better every day. And the one thing that's on my mind today to spread to you is about communication. And we all need to communicate better because the world lacks communication. For some reason today, no one can listen to anybody else unless it's the same exact opinion because we've become very closed-minded. I speak all the time about positivity and mindset, and that's something that people are going to have to change, being closed-minded. Just because you and I don't have the same opinion doesn't mean we can't be friends. Doesn't mean that we can't agree to disagree instead of hating each other. But unfortunately, people can't communicate, and people don't see this, what I'm about to talk about. And so I just want to talk really quickly about 4 different personality traits that we have, guys, all right? And that way maybe you can hone in on this a little bit and realize that when you're dealing with somebody, maybe I need to work a little bit differently with them, all right? So first off, at the top of the board, we have outgoing and then reserved. In our world, guys, that's what we have. People are either outgoing or they're reserved. I want you to think about yourself for a second. Are you the type that likes to go and do and be out there in front of others, and you don't have a problem being on stage and sharing the word? You're outgoing. When someone says, I want to go somewhere, but would you like to go with me? Before they get it out of their mouth, the first thing you say is yes. And they're like, I didn't even say where we're going. It doesn't matter, Mike, I want to go. You love to go and do. But then we have other people that are very reserved, and they just want to stay back a little bit, and they're a little more shy, and they're a little more calm, and they're a little more laid back. And so we have to realize right off the bat, if you're outgoing, your motor is what? It's like a race car. Rah, rah, rah. I'm the Ferrari. I'm 100 miles an hour all the time. If I'm reserved, the motor that's in me is what? It's more on an idle. It's just an even kill. It's just stable. It's just slow and steady wins the race. So we have to realize that there are people that are 100 miles an hour and the people that are on idle. Now, the next thing to realize is this. There are people that are task-oriented and there are people that are people-oriented. And that means what? There are people that are task-oriented. I want you to think about yourself. Do you have a list? Do you go every day thinking, I got to get this done and 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 this done? And at the end of the day, you cross off your list and you say that. And then you think to yourself, this is what I got to start doing the next day. And as soon as you get up the next day, you start with that list and you're crossing things off. As you're sitting there in the middle of the night in bed, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot that. You pull out your little notepad that happens to be in your pajama pocket. Whoop, whoop, here we go. And I'm writing down things. You are task-oriented. You're all about getting business done. You're task-oriented. Let's get it done. Let's get it accomplished, all right? But if you're people-oriented, you're what? I'm more about people. At the end of the day, I think, oh my gosh, I got to see Bob and Mary and Bill and Elisa and Karen and all these different people. Oh my gosh, it was a wonderful day. Oh, okay. Work was a little stressful, but I got to see so many amazing people. And you know what? We had a meeting during lunch, but we had pizza, so it was cool. Oh my gosh, oh, it was great. You're an outgoing person. You're a people person. You're a reserved. You're tasked. You have these traits, and you have a dominant trait. So right now I want you to think, are you outgoing? Are you reserved? Are you more task-oriented? Or are you more people-oriented? Because now you just sectored off. You're outgoing in task. You're reserved in task. You're outgoing in people. You're reserved in people. There's 4 different personality traits. You can't treat everybody the same. If you have 3 kids, 4 kids, they're all different. You're wondering why. If you have brothers and sisters and you're wondering, why are they so different from me? This is why. If you wonder what's wrong with your parents, you're like, what is wrong with them? Why can't we just get along? Or why don't they understand what I'm saying? This is why. I want you to open your eyes and start seeing patterns in the world. And the one pattern that you can see for sure is that everybody is different when it comes to a personality trait. And when we learn to figure this out, I can learn to deal with others better. And when I know that someone is very outgoing and they're task oriented, they're 100 miles an hour, they're really loud and they're really proud, oh my goodness. But if you're down here and you're reserved and you're people oriented, like my beautiful wife Elisa, then I'm not going to be that way with her. Because you come across as scary. My wife says that, I love you, honey, but sometimes you can be scary. You don't want to be scary when you're trying to build relationships with your spouse, your coworkers, your friends, people that you're doing business with. You want them to feel secure and safe and comforted and supported. So when we learn to deal with others differently and communicate in a different way and say the same thing in a different way, you, my friend, will start communicating and changing your life. You will notice a significant change in your life when we start communicating with others on a better level. Those are some nuggets of wisdom. Michael Merritt, Merritt Coaching Group. Check us out. Born to Succeed podcast. Hey, we're growing every day. Check us out there. All your favorite platforms, whether it's Spotify, whatever it may be, Google, Apple, etc. Check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share. That's the way we do it, guys. We share the good word. What's on my heart? That's what's on my heart this morning. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Remember this. You are a champion. You are a child of God, my friend. Therefore, you are royalty. So never forget, you are a champion. You are a winner. You can do anything. You can set your mind to it. You can do it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. I promise you that. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this, the words of Zig. You can have everything you want in life if you just help enough others get what they want and need. Until next time, have a very blessed day. From Michael Merritt, Merritt Coaching Group. See ya.